So when I actually create an item, I actually have to display here on the page in some manner. So I initially was like, I'm going to create an HTML element using Bootstrap, but I'm actually going to forego all that just because it's going to take quite a long time. So I'm just going to create, where is it? A list of items, something in here. Should I do an ordered list and do instead of an H5, let's do an LI and get rid of that. Just keep it simple. I want to see if this works. Item. All right, let's see. And I just want to see what this looks like. There, something like that. Just keep it simple. So when I type in something, I want it to display something right there. So what I'm going to do, I was just messing around up here. Document, where did I mess that up? Local append child. So I'm going to create a new node. What is it? A list node. Let list node equals document dot create element. I'm going to create a list li, and then I'm going to create a node equals document. What was it? Document dot create. What was it? HTML. I forgot how to do this. Do you remember how to do this? Let's see. Create nodes HTML JavaScript. Use these two as reference. Create element button. Button.inner HTML. Let's see if this works.
I used a create text node.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Document.create capital text.
Create text
node.
There we go. And then just put whatever values in there. Is that how that works? Create
That's
text
all.
node.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can do that on LI. You got to be careful if you're doing that to an input. We didn't have any luck if doing that to an input.
So create text node and document dot. So parent, let parent equals document dot get element by ID. I'm going to grab the list of items. And then I'm going to list node. I wonder if I can chain all this together. I wonder if this is possible. Parent dot append child list node dot append. I don't know if I append child node. And if I return instead of reset, or if I just do create item DOM, pass in the item value, which is item name. Will that work? That might work. Hopefully it does. If not, we'll just have to do some refactoring. Where'd it go? Uh-oh, item is not defined. HTML button element, JS24. So item is not defined. Oh, new item, there we go. Hopefully this works. There we go. Uh-oh, it's doing that. I don't like that at all. Why is it doing that? Item. You can actually inspect. See what that looks like. Item. So, oh, it's the order. Okay, I see what's going on. So I'm going to get rid of this. You can actually get rid of this entire div. Do that. All right. Refresh. Still doing it. What's going on?
not sure you're appending.
Am I not appending?
I don't think you're getting the child where you want it. I'm not sure though. This
Parent.
node. So you created the LI.
List node. What if I just do list node dot append child node?
I think you forgot the node after list node. 34. Is that list node?
Yep. Yeah, cool. There we go. So you couldn't change them inside. All right, that works. So let's actually look at our local storage. So here we go. Everything's being stored. But now on the when it loads, I want it to load all the items initially. So in here we can, so if local storage parse items, and then we can literally like, I'm just gonna for let I equals 0, I less than lists length, I plus plus. I'm gonna console log lists at I when it initially loads. So here we have all our objects. Now I want to list node at name. I'm gonna refresh. There are all the items. So I can actually just call this method and pass in this argument. And hopefully, if I refresh it, still not working, cannot access create DOM up. So I'm gonna actually put this in a function, load, let load items in a method, move all that up here, and then call this load items at the very bottom. Items, hopefully that works. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot of crap. Take out the garb. Cool. And now, let's see, how do we do this? All right, so when I click on this, each one, I have to put a strike through and have it persist. So with each list item, so I can get rid of that. Where's this list item? Create an LI, list node. Oh, this is gonna be tough. List item, I'm gonna actually pass in another variable called index. And I'm gonna document, so list node dot set attribute. Let's see how we should do this. Set attribute. Is it set attribute? Can style. Is it text decoration underline? I just want to get everything text decoration. Oh. Underline. Text decoration property. Line through. Interesting. So I'm trying to think of what, and I also have to do on clicks. So which order should we do this in? Should we just worry about line through, or should we worry about clicking? I'm gonna do, what's that? I'm sorry?
I stepped on somebody.
Oh,
I talk enough as it is, so who was that?
oh no.
Well, I would vote for clicking since that comes before striking through.
All right, let's do that. So on clicks, so we have to add an on click event handler to each element. So create DOM node. Where should we put this? Parent, create list. Do I need to know what index is clicked? Probably. So if I click index number 11, it should be like index 11 or number index 10. So I'm going to pass in the index as well into here. But let's get it to click. So parent, not parent. So let's do list node dot get. Can I just do an on click on here? I'm just like experimenting actually.
I think you need to do set attribute.
Set
On click.
attribute. All right, I want to see if this works first and then we'll click. Yep, set attribute is not a, wait, where does it say that? Line 36. Oh, I haven't. So we're not there yet. So it looks like it's still working if I just do clicked. But I want to click plus index. All right, that works. Eight. All right. So, because we have to determine, so I'm passing in the index in this create DOM node just in case, or because I need that index. So when I click it, it updates the text decoration to underline. So when I do on click, let's see this. So let's create another method called let toggle strike through equals, and I can do, let's see. So this is where I need to grab the specific index of the item and just make it strike through. That's what I want to do. So with this list node item, I'm actually let list node dot set attribute style. What is it? Text decoration to none. Does that work? That doesn't look right. Oh. So I just want to refresh. All right, cool. I'm going to inspect my elements and see if these have a text decoration. Style text decoration none. If I want to do underline, or not underline. Is it strike through? Line through.
Line through.
Let's see if this is working. Still not working. Oh, there it goes. Cool. So I'm just going to have the text decoration there. Because it creates an item DOM. So what I'm thinking right now is where should I put this logic? So I've got it to click. So let's just, I guess. I just want to see if this works. None. Cool. So I'm able to add the strike through right now. All right. But it's not toggling it. And how do we get, so toggle strike through. All right. I can say like if How do I check to see the attribute, the style attribute? Get style attribute JavaScript.
I think it's just get attribute, isn't it?
Is it? I don't want to set that. So get attribute.
Right there, they got an example.
So if I go back,
Yeah, right there, right here where it says style 0, it says get the first style element. So that could be a way of
yeah.
accessing it. And then you can test if that is equal to none, then go to Strikethrough. If that is equal to line through, then set it to none.
Cool. So I can actually get it, and I can pass in the index there. I want to see if I get attribute. Oh, Jesus. Get attribute. Tag name. All right. Let's see. I just want to set attribute and then list node dot get attribute. I'm just putting it right here. It's style. Console log. I'm going to refresh. So clicked 5, line through. Okay. Interesting. All right. And is that a string? I want to do type. Type. Oh, well, it's not what I want. So yeah, it's just a string. All right. So right now I'm just trying to think of where I should put this. So I should probably put it in the toggle strike through. If should I grab the index? So now I'm just brainstorming. So should I set an ID of each list node or on each item? Like set an ID for this of like item 1, item 2, item 3.
Actually, it should be, because I'm not sure how you managed to get it to click, earlier you're able to get it strike through as you click on it individually. Yep. I don't know the magic of that in the code yet, but what we can do is, I think it's from, where's your code? It's in that subsection of 44. It's in there. So if in here you call the toggle strike through, you don't need to pass the index at that point because it's already.
It should already have it, right?
It's already going specific towards it. So because we're never accessing the index except for when the console log clicked and then the index number. So how it managed to get the index number, that's the magic I haven't seen yet, but or I haven't figured out. But on line 45 there, it is pulling the index number somewhere, and then it's displaying console login click. So all we have to do is instead of console login clicked, we call toggle strike through,
and then it should.
And then in there we would we'd pass in. I'm assuming the whatever node. Yeah, pass in the list node, and then we do the search for get the attribute. Yep. If the attribute is equal to none, do this. If it's equal to that, switch. Yeah.
So it contains line through.
I'm with Daniel on that one. Where did index come from?
Yeah. So it looks like when it knows this. Where is it? This on-click node is specific to this element. So it's adding it to that specific element. And I'm passing in the index through there. I don't really need the index, but I'm just going to keep it there. Just I might need it in the future. So is it contains or is it includes in JavaScript?
Yes.
Includes.
I gotta do that every time too.
Includes. So set attribute style tech decoration test. None. Else. List node. And here it just toggle strike through. So it comes in here on the on click, executes this, return, toggle strike through, comes up here. Hopefully it passes in the list node, gets the attribute style. If it includes line through, set the attribute style of text decoration none. Otherwise, do the line through. Never done it this way. Let's see if it works. Oh, cannot read get attribute of undefined. So this
You need
list
to
node.
pass in the list node when you call on line 49. We need the parameter.
Yep, thank you. So there's that one. There's that one. And if I click it again, it unclicks it. Cool. Kind of works. I mean, it works, but now if I do a hard refresh, it resets everything. So this is why I'm going to be passing in the index as well. Index. So I just want to console log to see if I have access to the lists. All right, I've got access to the lists. So list at index, index name. All right, let's actually clear the local storage. Dot clear and refresh. I'm gonna do one, create, cannot read properly push. Oh yeah, because it didn't create it. So that's some logic I'll have to create initially. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So if I click this, cannot. All right, index. So cannot read property name of undefined. So index. Let's just do the index. If I click it, isn't it just name? Two, three, four. All right, still works. So let's do this. So we have the name now. Let's check, what is it, the stat completed? False, 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 false. Cool. All right. So I can do lists at index dot completed or completed equals.
This one here would be false, and
False.
the next one would be true.
True. All right, let's see this. Okay, I'm not printing anything. Local storage. Oh yeah, it's not going to change anything. So I can just do console log lists. Let's look at it. True, false, false, false. That works. But now we have to restringify everything. And so I'm just going to create, do I already have a function that stringifies everything in the list?
Was it part of your create item DOM?
Yeah, where is it? No, it wasn't down here.
Oh, no, you're talking about not the DOM, but trying to put it back into the local storage, correct?
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, stringify lists. I guess I can just literally do this again. So since I'm doing that twice, probably want to make a function out of it. That passes in the lists. Let add lists to local storage. Take in the lists. And then
If the lists is supposed to be a global, do we actually even need to pass it in?
yep, you are correct. So list there, and then I can return add list to local storage. I'm sure there's a lot more ways I can optimize this.
Yeah, by taking it out of the else clause and the if clause. So between line 44 and 45, you do it once.
Yep. Let's see if it, where else did I do it? I did it up here, right? So return reset. I'm going to actually return. No, I'll just leave it there. Come that. Hopefully everything still works. All right. So what is it? 1 and 3. So that get item lists. So everything still works. So completed 1 was initially true, local storage, and now it's false. And there's that. Now you can like actually, we just created a simple list here, but you can go ahead and add bootstrap or any other items. Let's actually try to fix. So local storage. So if I were to clear the local storage and I initially load it, oh, what the hell? Get undefined, local storage is 0. Local storage. If I wanted to add something to it, I get an error. Cannot read push of undefined. Local storage lists equal. Does that work? So if I local storage, dot clear, and now if I refresh local storage lists, now if I create an item, it should still work. Cool. Uh-oh, completed of. Oh, what did I just do? Cannot set property completed of undefined. App 38.
When you have a blank list the very first time through.
But it should add it, right? Because it.
Well, you're adding a blank list, but there's no property called.
Anyway, that's, I can debug it, but otherwise, I can also just do like a window reload at some point or location just to hack it or return. So if I, oh, what did I just do? I don't want to go to Apple. Oh, what happened? Oh, so, oh, what's going on? Anyway, I can optimize it, but we'll leave it at that.